Hello and welcome to the final day of the adventure. We're currently in Fakenham Garden Centre, about to do a loop that I can't remember the name of, but it goes to Hunstanton.
Greetings and salutations. It is with utmost delight and reverence that we usher you into the culminating chapter of the Retro Labs' illustrious Norfolk Odyssey. In this thrilling and climactic conclusion to our grand saga, we shall embark upon yet another exhilarating journey derived from the esteemed and venerable tome A to Zed Britain for bikers. On this occasion, our Odyssey shall lead us along the resplendent trajectory designated as Route number 32, Hunstanton Deliver. This renowned path, stretching across a majestic expanse of 58.5 miles, is reputed to require a time of approximately 1 hour and 30 minutes to traverse in its entirety. Prepare yourself, dear adventurer, for a voyage of unparalleled splendour and timeless allure. Enshrined within the verdant embrace of Norfolk's pastoral heartlands lies the village of Gayton, a sanctuary of profound historical reverence. Its nomenclature, derived from the venerable linguistic tapestry of Old Norse or Old English, whispers tales of its genesis as either a goat settlement or the storied abode of Gaega. First immortalized within the august pages of the Domesday Book of 1086, Gayton bore witness to a community of 51 households, a testament to its considerable prominence in days of yore. The village cradles an archaeological legacy of exceptional grandeur, boasting relics from epochs as distant as the Paleolithic, including ancient flint hand axes and exquisite Bronze Age artifacts. Though it may not boast the illustrious names of fame, Gayton exudes an ineffable allure through its historical splendor and monuments, epitomized by the Grade 1 listed St. Nicholas's Church, a timeless gem in the kaleidoscope of Norfolk's heritage. The zenith of a truly extraordinary odyssey has ushered us to the apex of coastal splendour and leisure, the illustrious seaside haven of Hunstanton. This enchanting Norfolk gem, tenderly christened Sunny Honey, radiates an unparalleled historical gravitas reaching back to prehistoric epochs, evidenced by the discovery of Neolithic settlements in the annum 1970. Its metamorphosis into a distinguished Victorian seaside resort during the mid-19th century remains a testament to the visionary genius of Henry Styleman Lestrange. The town has been graced by the luminary presence of illustrious figures such as H.G. Wells and P.G. Wodehouse, whose footsteps enrich its storied sands. In the present day, Hunstanton dazzles as a vibrant nexus of entertainment, encompassing the regal Princess Theatre, the fascinating sea life sanctuary, and its iconic, majestically striped cliffs adorning the coast alongside the bustling promenade, an eminent jewel in Norfolk's shimmering maritime crown.
Here we are in Hunstanton. It is now sunny, because it's always sunny in Honey, as you said. We get something to eat and have a look around. Just ate at the waterside bar. It was pretty tasty. It's a bit shitty. Oh, the stairs. It's like exactly the same amount of time.
Our dauntless and valiant explorers, with their characteristic discernment and sagacity, conferred upon the illustrious stage Hunstanton Deliver a commendable tally of 53.5 points. Alas, despite the stage's potential for grandeur, it found itself once more encumbered by the relentless inundation of traffic, a veritable cacophony of congestion, and the lamentable absence of awe-inspiring vistas to grace the journey. Thus, while noble in its essence, the stage fell short of ascending to the zenith of splendor its name might otherwise suggest. With a distinguished score of 53.5 points, the venerable Hunstanton Deliver claims the esteemed position of second place upon our illustrious adventure leaderboard. This momentous ranking, though admirable, ultimately heralds the coronation of the magnificent Mildenhall Miles as the unparalleled champion and premier route of the entire expedition. The triumph of Mildenhall Miles thus ascends to resplendent prominence, securing its legacy as the pinnacle of our adventurous odyssey. The distinguished route proudly ascended to the commendable rank of 7th position on the illustrious motorcycle leaderboard. Meanwhile, the exalted stage known as Kendal Mint, hailing from the esteemed Lake District and North Pennines adventure, resolutely maintains its regal dominion, reigning supreme as the paramount motorcycling road of distinction, for the time being at least. Alas, this stage has, yet again, failed to ascend to the lofty echelons of distinction required for an illustrious placement upon the hallowed overall leaderboard. The relentless and intrepid quest for the most extraordinary and superlative roads the world has to offer marches onward with unyielding determination, the horizon ever beckoning with its untold promises and possibilities,